Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, whatever it is in your local time frame of the world. Welcome to another episode of Final Fantasy XIV from the beginning. I've started over the Final Fantasy XIV run with a character that I created with the help of my live viewers, where I do record these episodes live at twitch.tv/elecnor. So come on out sometime, give me some fashion tips, give me suggestions on dungeons to run. Just come on out and hang out sometime. Before you do that, though, be sure and give this video a like, give the channel a subscribe, and ring ding ring clang that bell so you get notifications of when these videos go up. And down in the comments, let me know what some of the crafting or gathering jobs I should go for. We do have a set goal today, actually a couple of set goals. We are going to get the Chocobo and unlock Summoner. So I should be able to unlock the quests to do that. Last time we left off on the Chocobo hunt because we needed to go out and get some company seals to exchange for basically the paperwork to get them out. So, while live between episodes, I went out and did some of the hunt log. Let's see, now where was it? I could have swore it was, yeah, Material. Serpent Chocobo Issuance. 200 seals. And actually, I'm going to... Let's see here. I've got 1,500. What else I can do is 7. Let's do 6. And we'll get more seals along the way. But I grabbed those because I want to send my retainer out on some ventures. Have her go out and do some things. So we're gonna do that here real quick before we go turn in the paperwork for the birdie. Because you can give your retainers different jobs, just like, crafting, gathering jobs. So you can have them go out and hunt through dungeons. But to get them to do that, you have to give them ventures. So I just grabbed some ventures. And with those ventures, I will have my retainer go out and do something. Okay. So let's see. Entrust whether to sell items so you because it cast glamours. Why can I not send you on a venture? Do I have anything I want to sell? Oh, those aren't worth selling. So nothing I can sell worth selling. I think I need to unlock a couple other things to be able to send my retainer on ventures. So, actually, that might be the quest I just saw. So, yeah, if you come out and join me live, feel free to pop in. I stream other games, so you can watch multiple streams and just start streaking through the streams. Alrighty, so we got that paperwork there. We need to give it to this NPC as soon as they render in. Which there's a lot of people with a lot of fancy outfits rendering up here, so might take a minute. Okay. Ah, what's a bird, you say? Then I'll need to see your Serpent Chocobo issuance. So I hand over the paperwork. Yes, everything appears to be in order. A moment, please. I'll be right back with your chocobo. And here he is. The fellow has been in high spirits the past few bells. He must have sensed his master was coming. Now then, to make it official, you'll want to give your noble steed a name. Ooh, I forgot I needed to name my bird. So I've got to name my chocobo. Which honestly, I've forgotten how to do. It's been a while. Oh, probably just talk to the chocobo once they render in. What to name my bird? Penguin. We'll get him more colorful later, but we'll name him Penguin for right now. I dare say he likes his name. Here's your very own chocobo whistle. Simply blow into it, and your feathered friend will come bounding to your side. But do forgive him if he doesn't respond when summoned in crowded city areas or monster-infested lairs. Chocobos are stout-hearted creatures, but they have their limits. And lastly, I present you with your chocobo rider's license, as is required by law. And that concludes all the formalities. I wish you and your chocobo long years of fulfilling companionship. Personal chocobo. Require the action to summon. Can be set in the hotbar. Yep. Chocobo armor barding, so I can get I can get some various barding. I think I have some in the mail. But actually, I think this guy might be the one to unlock Ventures. So you wish to offer your assistance, you will find these troubled souls. Yeah. It will be the same regardless of whom you help, so do not hesitate to aid the adventurer of your choice. She's never ignored a summons before. Beg your pardon, madam, but would you be willing to aid a fellow adventurer? It's about my retainer. She hasn't returned from her latest venture to Nine Ivies, and I fear something terrible may have happened. I would track her down myself if I could, but I have an important appointment I must needs keep. Mayhap you can go ahead and search in my stead? Nine Ivies. Nope, not going to use a ticket. So the, let's see here. Where do I want to go? Actually, since I'm here now, I can ride one of my... I can't fly yet, but I can ride one of my mounts. So I complete this main story quest that's pending, just waiting to be finished right there. The bottom one right up there. I finish that, the next quest, and I should be able to unlock Summoner. Bye-bye, birdies. Help the poor panicking retainer there. "12 bless you, adventurer. So focused was I on my task, I took no notice of the buzzards at my back. You seem confused. Have you heard not of Ventures? It is a service in which we retainers carry out procurement. I cannot say that word all of a sudden. Carry out expeditions on behalf of our employers. Alas, some are not wont to furnish us with sufficient equipment, despite the obvious benefits it would afford both parties." "Ah, has he been summoning me this entire time? Pray excuse me." Forgive me, master. I was waylaid by beasts. Yes, by an Auri Arcanist. How did you know? Of course, as you wish. Nothing like hearing one side of a phone conversation. Seems I must take my leave at once. But before I go, pray allow me to thank you. I have naught to recompense you with, but should you inform my supervisor, Parnell, of your deeds, I am confident she will see fit to reward you. May we meet again, my friend, and do not forget to visit Parnell in the Shaded Bower. And poof, she's gone. And momentarily, poof, I'll be gone. Takes me a little bit longer to focus up for the teleport than it did her. So let's see. So I'm not going to have a whole lot of heavy equipment to give to my retainer just yet, but we might get some. And as my retainer levels up and I get other things, I can give them to her for going on adventures. The biggest thing to use ventures for is stuff you can turn around and sell. So nice little gill income. Greetings, madam. I have been expecting you. The retainer you rescued was most effusive in her praise. Retainers are, of course, permitted to refuse a venture which they determine to be too dangerous. Alas, this particular young woman is new to the profession and was thus easily persuaded by her employer to accept. Beg your pardon? You would like to know more about ventures? Certainly, it would be my pleasure to explain. In cooperation with the Adventurers Guild, we have established a new system through which retainers may be dispatched to procure items for their employers. I can say procure just fine, but procurement I was struggling with. Should you wish to avail yourself of this additional service, you'll need to pay your retainer in advance with ventures. Scrip issued by the Adventurers Guild. Here, pray accept these complimentary ventures with my thanks. Bear in mind that most retainers lack the skill to carry out all but the most menial of tasks. Of course, as they grow more experienced, that will change. If this sounds daunting, let me assure you that it's simple in practice. Why not speak with your retainers and see what they think? So a little experienced little gill. And, yep. So more gil than I spent teleporting. So a profitable run. Now I should be able to assign them a class. Okay. I'm actually going to assign my retainer as you have not yet unlocked. Okay. So let's get this out of the way. So because I haven't unlocked any of the crafting or gathering jobs, I can only assign my retainer as an Arcanist. And I can switch her class anytime. Let's see. Do I have... Oh, yes, I do. Okay, good. Weathered Grimoire. It's only level 1, but she's only level 1, so she can't use any of the others yet. Okay. Nope, that's not what I want. Those are my dress shoes. So, Dawnbringer now has some gear. I can assign a venture to. Exploration ventures, yep. However, you retain allowed to take a venture without first receiving due compensation. Yada, yada, yada. Hunting and field exploration. Okay, so you can go out and gather animal skin for me. Exploration ventures are a bit longer, 18 hours. You know what? Let's go ahead and have you do a hunting for right now. Okay. And about an hour when she gets done, see what she got, and then I'll send her on the field exploration ones. The field explorations, a lot longer. They're 18 real world hours to do, but the retainer gets huge chunks of experience for it. Alrighty. So we actually need to go to Waking Sands. This is official business, so we'll go ahead and use a ticket. Alrighty. So I could take a Chocobo Porter, or I can use my own mount to get there. That's a big... Oh, keep walking. It's a big cozy seat right there. Just sit back, relax, and I'll get out of the water. Now, are you really going to mess with somebody riding a mount as big and muscular as this guy here? So, I need to unlock flight. I got my feisty little Chocobo. I think okay. Let's get Summoner unlocked. Then we will do that feisty little Chocobo quest. But a couple... Gotta make progress through the MSQ. That's what unlocks the additional areas and regions and expansions of the game. Ida, Papalimo. Welcome back. Let's see. Welcome back, Caden. Lady Minfilia awaits you within. So remember the Twin Adders, remember the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. Oh, welcome back. It seems you wasted no time putting your skills to work. How do I know? Why, the recruitment officer called to regale me with the tale of your heroics. The pride in his voice was palpable. We Scions are truly fortunate to have you with us, Caden. Now, when we last spoke, I said that I wanted you to meet some friends, did I not? Well, I neglected to mention you have already met. Tataru, please show them in. This way, sirs. Biggs, Wedge! Thanks again for getting us out of that mess. We owe you our lives. I don't think we properly introduced ourselves. I'm Biggs. And I'm... Gods, man, spit it out, will you? Wedge, at your service. I am pleased to say that Biggs and Wedge will be staying with us for a while. Magitech-driven contraptions, such as airships, grow ever more vital to the city-states of Eorzea. As a neutral party, it was judged that we Scions should serve as the keepers of this technology. Of course, for this, we needed the knowledge of experts, and so we requested the assistance of Garland Ironworks, who very kindly sent us 2 of their finest engineers. Our happy family continues to grow. On behalf of the Scions, I bid you welcome to the Waking Sands. Happily chattering away. Like every soul here, I love Eorzea, and I count myself blessed to have been given this chance to stand with you all and fight for the future of the realm. Never have I known such fulfillment, such happiness. Some things I could say, but they'd be spoilers, so... But, I mean, this part of the game's been out long enough. But there's still new people joining, so I'm not going to spoil anything. In case you want to start playing this game yourself, and you can get ahead of me.
Now, having set aside the formalities, we have a favor to ask of you. Urianger, have the documents arrived from the students of Baldessian?
Aye, my lady. They arrived but recently.
Urianger, the fancy one.
We have conducted a study at the behest of the Order of the Twin Adder. Papalimo, Ida, a synopsis if you would.
Our task was to survey the behavior of the Sylphs, a beast tribe indigenous to the Twelveswood.
Oh, how to describe them. They look like gisselcreens, floating ones, that worship the primal Ramu.
Rama.
Though technically a beast tribe, Sylphs are blessed with a comparatively personable demeanor, conducive to peaceful communication.
So they're a friendly beast tribe.
Offering us an invaluable opportunity to learn what the beast tribes know of the primals.
While Ramu's existence is well documented, the Sylphs do not, or perhaps cannot, summon the primal any longer, insofar as can be ascertained. Until such time as we know, it would be unwise to assume that the threat posed by the primal has passed.
Which leaves Gridania with the added worry of not knowing what they should be worrying about.
It's always a big worry, not knowing what to worry about.
In that regard, they are hardly alone. What we can say with absolute certainty is that Gridania has its hands full fending off Garuda, who, I need hardly remind you, is among the most savage and terrible of all known primals.
In short, it is essential that we approach the Sylphs in as diplomatic a manner as possible. Words and actions can be misconstrued. The only sure way to communicate our intentions is the echo. Winning the Sylphs' favor may well bring us a step closer to mitigating the threat of the primals. Will you help us?
Yes.
I am grateful.
Lovely. Well, as much as I'd like to help, I'm afraid I would be of little use to anyone in Gridania. A veritable babe in the woods.
Oh, Fancred, you'll get your time, trust
Ida
me.
and Papalimo, however, should be able to see the forest for the trees. Is that not so, Minfilia?
Indeed. You are willing?
Leave it to me.
Us, Ida, us!
There we go. Let's see. Adder's Nest. Oh, okay, that's my home. I got 26 seconds left on the cooldown for home, so... Oh, I should have used a ticket. I've got 15,000 gil. I can afford a couple hundred here and there. Alrighty. So I got the seasonal decor around town. See, I could. I'm just thinking about this hat. I still have the hat on. I'm just not going to make it visible. Especially with that hood there. I don't need that pointy hat with that hood right there. We know far too little of the Sylphs to lay any worthwhile plans. We must call upon the Scions once more if we are to... Ah, beg pardons. 'Tis a terrible habit of mine to think aloud. But tell me, what brings you to the Adder's Nest? Okay. Okay, so I've got all kinds of quests here now. I'm thinking this is the one. Forgotten but not gone. These are the ones that will unlock Summoner for me. So I'm going to go ahead and accept this quest. Nice ghost. So I can keep it tracked. But we're going to go get Summoner. Well, if it isn't Private Einvies reporting for duty, that's the zeal I like to see from an enterprising young serpent. Good evening, Commander. Sorry to disappoint you, but other business brings us here today. Yida and Papa Limo, always a pleasure to see the two of you. My men tell me you quest in the name of the Scions of late. Quite so, comrade. A little bird told us that the Twin Adder was in need of our adventuring prowess. Aye, your little bird sings true. No doubt you've heard that we're investigating these Sylphs, that curious beast tribe that calls the depths of the Twelves Wood home. The Sylphs are, for the most part, a peaceable bunch, much to the delight of the elder Seedseer, who has no desire to see her people embroiled in yet another fruitless war. The Twin Adder is of the same mind, and 'tis precisely for this reason that the Sylph's relation to the primal Rama has raised a flag of warning amongst our ranks. Friendly as they may appear, beastmen will be beastmen. Should there be even a sliver of a chance that the summoning of the primal might disturb the balance between Gridania and the Sylphic tribes, it is a possibility we cannot ignore. Better safe than sorry, indeed. Do we strike at Rama, or leave the Sylphs to their own ways? That is the question, yet I find myself lacking ample knowledge to arrive at an answer. Opinions abound within Gridania, but to listen only to one's own is among the greatest mistakes a commander can make. Sorry, just mentally noting that for certain things, I would hear from the other side, the Sylphs themselves, and seek an impartial party to serve as my liaison. That is where you Scions come in. The Sylphs of Little Solace remain untempered, and have held many a productive dialogue with our people. I would hear their candid thoughts on their tempered brethren. That said, I urge you to exercise due caution. Sylphic tradition and etiquette bear little resemblance to our own. It would not do to have any cross-cultural faux pas get in the way of a productive parley. En route to Little Solace, you will come upon the Hawthorne Hut. Our officers stationed there can enlighten you as to how to win the Sylph's favor. May your expedition be a worthwhile one. A friendly palaver with the Sylphs. This should be a pleasant enough diversion. The Hawthorne Hut, was it? I believe the ferry departing from West Shore Pier should take us straight there. A friendly palaver indeed. I hope this will be as straightforward as you say, Papa Limo. And I'm going to go on a little sidetrack first. Because unlocking Summoner will actually make me more powerful. So let's go off to Limsa and go talk to the Arcanists Guild. Okay, Arcanists Guild. Got a couple of cute minions floating around here. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to queue up. I'm going to get both of these quests at the same time. Yep. Soul of the Summoner. Here we go. Summon Efreet and Ruby Summoning Mastery. And what do I get from this one? Oh, that's Scholar. Okay, that's why. Okay. That's why there's two here. One's for Scholar, one's for Summoner. Greetings, Caden. It is well you have come, for we have an intriguing matter to discuss. A request has come to our guild from the Sons of St. Koinak, an organization of some of the finest minds in Eorzea, and they have asked for you by name. It appears that the research the Sons are currently conducting would benefit from the assistance of an Arcanist, specifically one who has had the tempering experience of defeating the Primal Efreet. Though I must admit to some curiosity as to how these scholars knew the extent of your heroic exploits, I suppose the source of their knowledge is of little relevance. If you would answer this request, then you will find your contact, a researcher by the name of Ymitra, at Upkalu Falls in the nation of Gridania. Gee, I was just there. So yeah, I'm not going to worry about that other quest right there, because that's unlocking Scholar, which is a healing job. Alrighty. Yep, I remember where Upkalu Falls are. It's also where you can exchange points earned by getting achievements for various items. With that guy. But I'm not going to worry about him right now. Says, you able to see me? That's amazing, Kupo! That we should thus meet can surely be no coincidence. And so, to mark this fateful occasion, I shall make you a gift of a magical potion. Fantasia, it's called. A legend holds that allows you to alter your appearance. May it serve you well, Kupo! Okay, I got a Fantasia, so I can basically redo my character's look now if I wanted to. Which I don't, but I could. Nice to know you got the option. Looks a lot like Y'shtola, but a little bit different. You are Caden Einvies, I assume? Well met, and thank you for coming. My name, as you've obviously surmised, is Ymitra. I am a member of the Sons of St. Koinak. Ours is the Sharlayan order that seeks the lost knowledge of the Allagan Empire. And in that regard, we have recently made a singularly important discovery at our dig site in Mordona. We salvaged from the ruins a set of ancient texts describing the existence of a sect of Allagan mages known as Summoners. These were arcane practitioners said to have the ability to siphon the essence of the primals and manifest this stolen energy as a biddable ally known as an Eggy. Eggies! Should we succeed in resurrecting such arts, then we might well hold in our hands the power to bring this age of conflict to an end. There is, however, as there always must be, one monumental obstacle to realizing this reality. In order to manifest these obedient incarnations of the Beastmen's savage deities, one must first defeat a primal and capture its etheric essence. Thus, only one who can boast such a daunting achievement under her belt may even begin on the path to becoming a summoner. Do you understand now why I called upon you? If you wish to contribute to my research, then come with me to the west of Byregot's Strike in southern Thanalin. There shall we conduct a ritual of summoning, the austerities of flame. Okay. Southern Thanalin, she said. So we'll go to Little Alamigo. Okay, so little Alamigo. Mount up. There's the gateway out. And character and mount will render eventually. Oh, there we go, the big guy again. Let's see, where is it? Where is it I'm going to? Okay. Ahoy! And ahoy! I just didn't have the closer aetheryte attuned yet. So out for a little bit of a hike through the desert. Just, I mean, nothing like a little stroll through the desert on your friendly neighborhood behemoth. As we run away from the bad guys that are coming after us. Like 10, 14 levels higher than we are. Run away! Run away! This Iron Tortoise is passive. So go wide enough around them. Should be okay. I don't have this unlocked or opened up. So I gotta go the long way. I think that's a one-way passage anyway, if I remember right. It's been so long since I've actually traveled here on foot, whether it be my foot or my mounts. We'll do a quick tuning to the aetheryte over here. As we come out through the desert. Turn all this sand into sugar sand. It'd be a big old huge dessert. Almost there, almost there. Ready, hop off. Which I think I could have done the Chocobo. No, I couldn't have done the Chocobo Porter to here from Little Alamigo because I haven't been here before. Alrighty. I've hopped onto mounts 3 times now since unlocking them by completing the Chocobo quest, and it's just now telling me how to dismount. Because this is the first time I've mounted on the Chocobo. I do mount roulette, so I don't know which of my unlocked mounts I'm going to get. Which of these 4 I'm going to get at any time. And I need to figure out and find out how to unlock flight through here. Because I haven't... when I played through here the first time, flight wasn't even an option. And I was in much other expansions and getting flight there. So I don't know how to get flight here. Greetings to you once more, Caden. I had a feeling this unique opportunity would be nigh impossible for you to ignore. Let us proceed directly to the ritual, shall we? According to the records we recovered, the summoners of old would perform these rites in a land in which the naturally dominant element matched the aspect of the avatar they wished to call forth. Only in such a place might one sufficiently shift one's etheric balance in the desired direction. The element of fire is especially strong here in the Sigali Desert. I can think of no land more fitting in which to summon an incarnation of the Lord of the Inferno. Before we begin, I must insist that you accept this gem. It may appear of little worth, but within its faceted depths dwell the memories of long-deceased summoners. Now you must focus. Visualize the aether flowing through you, a vibrant current of energy transforming into living fire. Hold this image in your mind, and the raging heat of your life force shall spawn an eggy wreathed in flames. Be aware, however, that this nascent entity will appear before you unbound and hostile. It is your charge to overpower the avatar and establish yourself as its master. The path of the summoner is not if fraught with peril. But what if I don't want to subdue the avatar? I mean, Aang's a nice guy. Out in the desert in mittens. There's the Ifrit Eggy. Okay. Just to make sure. Ruby Carby. Oh, I didn't quite get the other one totally destroyed. There you go, going down. Emerald! Aether charge! Give my magic more oomph! Ruby Carby. Okay. That wasn't that hard at all. Of course, there are much later solo duties that are much harder. Most impressive, Caden. The Fireborn Eggy has submitted to your will. You have mastered the austerities of flame. That is no small feat. Pray, let's return to Apkalu Falls, that we might further discuss your achievement. Because I beat it so quickly, my return cooldown hasn't finished cooling down. Okay, and then we will head off to... I guess we have to take the pier. Can't just teleport out to where we would need to meet the MSQ folks. It's truly a momentous occasion. You have rescued the lost art of summoning from the grasping mire of forgotten history. But you must know more of the avatar you have bound. In the ancient tongue of the Allegan Empire, it would be known as Ifrit Eggy, where Eggy translates approximately to pure or the essence of. In short, you have tamed a willful manifestation of Ifrit's raging fires. As you might expect from an entity born of the Lord of Inferno, this avatar and its capacity for destruction should serve you well in your battles to come. With such an ally at your command, it is not too soon to take upon yourself the title of Summoner. You have proven yourself more than worthy of the soul crystal you now possess. Yet, be that as it may, the road before you is long and arduous. If you would triumph in this age of conflict, you must needs master more than just the Eggy of Fire. I suggest you next fix your gaze upon claiming a servant of unyielding stone. This will, of course, necessitate you joining an expedition to defeat the primal known as Titan. This beloved divinity of the kobolds poses a great the greatest threat to Limsa Liminsa, and it is there you shall find your allies in your cause. The risks are great, but so too are the rewards. Topple the Lord of Crags, and we may progress to the next stage of our historic research. Fair fortune to you, Caden. Armory unlocked. Summoner unlocked. Learn how to summon a Freight Eggy. Next summon request we got from hitting 35, so 4 more levels away. Okay, just going over the things of jobs. Oh, did I just level? Okay, 3 more levels away. Still my inventory, isn't it? There we go. Let's see here. Yeah, transfer. There we go. So now my hotbar's the same. Transgauged. Transgauge. Yeah, thermal gauge. Transgauge. Okay. So, bring Carby back out. Now you can only keep the hotbar transfer like I just did if it's a follow-up of the same job. Like you go from Lancer to Dragoon, you can transfer that hotbar across. You go from Lancer to Archer, the hotbar doesn't transfer. So, I, the fairy docked at the base of this hill, will carry you across to the lake. To East Shroud. Once you're ashore, head due east and you should find the Hawthorne Hut without much trouble. I could go ahead and teleport, but I think the skipper is cheaper. Yeah. The ferry didn't cost me anything at all, so... You have to fly a little bit to get to the Hawthorne Hut from there. Amongst all this rain. Yuck, rain. Getting my leathers all wet. I'm not going to worry about that fate. These guys are all like 19 levels below me. Not going to sweat any of them. So now we're out here to negotiate with the Sylphs. See what they know about their tempered brethren. Indeed, I'm Amelian of the Twin Adder. I understand you're here to learn of the Sylphs, yes? For all their whimsy, they are a wary lot, particularly since the Empire has come to the Shroud. Earn their trust, however, and they're as friendly as any folk. They have their quirks, but so do we all, no? Would you know more? You do well to speak with the master of this hut, Rolf. He's forgotten more about the Sylphs than I'll ever know. So Rolf Hawthorne? Could that be why this is called Hawthorne's Hut, maybe by any chance? Come to learn a thing or two about the Sylphs, have you? I'll tell you one thing, they're a peculiar folk. How peculiar, you ask? Just let me tell you. That's what you said you were going to do, is you were going to tell me. There. Beg pardon, friend. My memory's just not what it used to be. I've seen much and more in my adventuring days, and it's all a clutter in me noggin now. Though I've shared my stories with those around the hut before. You might have more luck with them. Anybody in the hut I can ask about? Yes. Sable Hawthorne. Ah, the Sylphs. Yes, Father's told me his stories plenty of times. What I've always found most captivating is how their concept of etiquette is almost completely alien to our own. You'd do best not to underestimate them on account of their childlike looks, lest your face end up a mess of glyphs, squiggles, and chocobo scratches. Tee-hee! Did we really need the tee-hee at the end of that? Okay. The Sylphs. Inveterate tricksters and troublemakers, that's what they are. One day they're drawing marble faces on our masks. The next they're sending our young sentries falling to the bottom of a ravine. Tell them to stop and they just laugh at you. Rolf claims they harbor no ill will, but I dare say such pranks are no laughing matter. So not friendly pranks, but ones they get a kick out of. The quickest way to a quiver woman's heart might be through her stomach, but don't even think of trying to foist your foodstuffs on a sylph. They sustain themselves simply by bathing in the sun, or so Rolf once told me. So they are plant-based, which, I mean, given their plant-like appearances, makes sense. Oh, of course. Hearing your stories, well, my stories, has brought back the memories flooding back to me. Yeah, well, I feel like dancing. Yes, nothing brings people together quite like a little toe tapping. Sylph told me long ago that dancing is a time-honored greeting among their kind. You do well to remember this. May just help win the favor of our forest friends. So dance a little two-step to say hi. Ah, still here, eh? Great. So one more thing you should know about the Sylphs. They don't take kindly to guests who show up empty-handed. To earn their trust, you do well to bring along Drat, what was it again? My wife Rosa and I were just speaking of the matter not days ago. Forgive me, friend. Speak to Rosa at the comb. Her memory should prove more reliable than mine own. I want to fly! Fly! Especially when I literally have a flying mount and I still can't fly. So if you play this game, drop me a comment down below. Let me know what's your favorite mount. The differences between them are all aesthetics. But which one do you like the best? I mean, the Airman's kind of a fun one. A peace offering for the Sylphs. Were it anyone else, I'd recommend a jar of honey, but I fear that wouldn't get you past the front doorstep, dear. No, their tastes run more to the unusual. Are you perchance familiar with milk root? That's what we call the root of that most fiendish seedkin, the aku. When chewed, it exudes a cloudy liquid that's said to induce curious visions in the imbiber. You'd not catch me dead trying the stuff, but the Sylphs seem to enjoy it to no end. I've not seen an aku around the comb in quite some time, but I did encounter a suspicious clump of grass the other day. Were you to stimulate it somehow? Or some of this amber syrup, for example? You might be surprised at what comes out. Good luck! So we're going to give some milk root, we're going to give some grass, an odd grass, some sap, see if we can get a violet plant to attack us. Sounds logical to me. And I got poisoned in the process. Okay. Oh, I know why that... Okay. Sorry, I gotta change a setting here real quick. There we go. Had to get the Chocobo music up and going. Such happy, cheerful music. Oh, you're back. Was my wife able to direct you to a suitable offering? Milk root, but of course. Those sylphs quaff that cloudy stuff as quick as I do a flagon of mead. The effect's just about the same as well. Any road, gift of milk root will have the sylphs calling you friend and sister the moment they lay eyes on it. Now let me wrap that up for you. I'm starting to feel a bit woozy. I think he's been spending a little bit too much time with the sylphs. I've taken the liberty of wrapping your milk root well and good. This should keep it nice and fresh, not to mention spare you from that god's awful stench. The sylphs love the stuff, but me, I'd rather bury my nose in chocobo dung. I dare say the reek even rivals the breath of the morble that put an end to my adventuring days. But I can tell you that story another time. You've more important matters to attend to today, yes? The sylphs are an eccentric bunch, but I've shared their company enough to know they're kind at heart. They'll not shun one whose intentions are true. May your parley be a fruitful one, friend. Do stop by on your return. There's a flagon of full flower mead with your name on it if you'd regale me with your adventuring tales. I just got one adventuring tales, the tale right there. Ah, and afore I forget, don't go traipsing off just yet. Aemelian here would have a word with you. Travel in safety, friend. Do pass along my regards to the winged ones. It's good to see your knowledge of Sylphic culture has matured. I see no reason to delay your mission any further. Upon your arrival at Little Solace, seek out a young sylph by the name of Camuxio. He has served as an intermediary between our peoples on many an occasion, and has the close ear of his tribe's elder. I see that Hawthorne has furnished you with some of the malodorous root the sylphs so adore. I have something of a far greater import for you to deliver, a missive from the elder seed-seer herself. To summarize the letter's contents in brief, it vouches for the integrity of our envoy, that would be you, and restates Gridania's desire to maintain a harmonious relationship with our long-standing friends of the forest. The war with the Ixal has taken a toll on our resources. We can ill afford to get mired in another conflict. I need not impress upon you any further the importance of this mission. May the 12 see you return with good tidings. Alrighty. Oh, took a little tumble at the bottom of the hill there. Little Solace. Level 32 warrior. Okay, yep. Interesting barding you've got on your bird. The behemoth barding. Walking is out familiar to this one. This one does not trust strange walking ones. Strange dancing ones might be a different story, but this one expects no such thing. Walking one should go home and leave this one be. Okay, help. That's your nice little dance number here. This one would welcome walking one who moves like moves like these ones. If Walking One would talk to this one will answer. This one is a busy one, so Walking One should speak with quick tongue. Walking One would bring gift to this one. Walking One is most kind. Walking One brings milk root. Milk root fills this one with great joy. This one gives thanks. Gives many, many thanks. I like how the Walking One, this one, that one. Walking One carries message for Elder One. This one will deliver the message to Elder One. Walking One should not worry. Hello there. We're envoys from Gridania, and we're here to treat with your people. Aye, we come to pay our respect to your elder, and to learn from him more of your Lord Rama. Who are these ones? These Walking Ones come from Gridania? Walking One became a dancing one and brought milk root, but Walking One tricks this one. This one does not like tricks. This one will speak no more. Elder One is busy. Walking Ones should go home. Go home, you say? But the sylphs of Little Solace have always welcomed Gridanian envoys with open wings. The letter carried by Caden here is an oath of peace penned by the Elder Seedseer herself. Still you would refuse us? This one's reasons are no business of Walking Ones. Elder One has no words for Gridania. Walking Ones waste everyone's time. Well, I never. Turned away at the gates. Whatever did we do to deserve such a rude welcome? Was Caden's jig insufficiently jiggy? I got jiggy with it. I'm as baffled as you, but something tells me recent events here are erstwhile fluttery... I'm baffled as you, but something tells me recent events have our erstwhile fluttery friends feeling uncommonly wary. It would seem we've no choice but to ask around and see how we might earn their trust. Let's see, weak silencing... Weak sleeping, weak paralyzing. I mean, I'm going to end up selling it, so it doesn't really matter. It's only good against targets up to level 20. Say, Caden, are you in the mood for dancing? That's right, dancing! You went through all that trouble to learn the sylph's traditional greeting, but you've greeted hardly any of them. Why, if I were a sylph, I'd be beside myself with delight to see an adventurer expressing an interest in my culture. Me? Of course I'd be happy to join. Ow, ow! There goes those bloody leg cramps of mine acting up again. Okay. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and call this episode right here. We will dance the night away for these sylphs next time, in the next episode. But we got the summoner unlocked. We got Chocobo unlocked. So we've made progress through the MSQ, knocking out a handful of those quests. So I want to thank you for watching. Be sure to give the video a like, give the channel a subscribe, and ring ding ring clang that bell, so you get notifications when these videos go up or others that pop up on the channel. If you liked the video, share it with your friends. If you didn't like the video, share it with your enemies. Either way, let me know what you thought in the comments down below. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye now.